And it was a question whether she would survive. And we knew now that we had to bring her out. And the moment she started to crown, I can't explain what happened to me. But all I knew is that in that moment when I became a father, that I could see this being into the world that I was part of co-creating, knowing that she might not even survive, something in me knew that I would throw myself in traffic if I needed to in order to protect this being. Like, what is that? What is that? That the moment this child's coming into the world, you would do anything for the well-being of this baby. And it turned out that for the next 6 hours, I'm in the ICU, putting my left hand on her skull, and she was holding my finger, and her color wasn't right, and they didn't know if she would survive. And we were already up 41 hours. And every time the nurses came by, she would look at me, shaking her head. She didn't know if the baby would survive. And I just kept on speaking to her, saying, Jenny, we want you here. Welcome. We love you. Please come, Those hours separated from my ex-wife, who was lost half her blood and almost died herself. It was like we got hit by a truck, but there I was holding her hand, she holding my finger. And that moment when the nurse looked at me and went, her color is here, you're going to be fine. That moment when she was going to be okay. These moments, that's what comes up for me as an intimate moment with the infinite, at that crack between life and death. The depths of our love, the depths of our ability to love another. How much more intimate can we be with the infinite? So that's my personal, very personal story. And I think I'll just play another piece of music, and then I'm going to introduce you to the magic of Jayaji.
Can we do song suggestions?
No, sorry about that. Who said that?
Okay, that was Franklin Clinton.
Who is this? Okay,
Franklin
somebody is.
Clinton.
All right. Well, I'm not sure you're a member of this telecast, but we're not doing song suggestions today.
Okay, thanks for letting me know.
Thank you. So, yeah. I'm going to play this one more track, and then I'm going to hand it over to Jaiji for meditation in this. But something about the way we're invited into the intimacy of our own selves is this track comes to me, and the spaciousness of it. It's a transformance that I've never played publicly before between me and Sarah McCrum. And Sarah McCrum is a magnificent teacher that the World Unity community is well aware of, sarahmccrum.com. But I'm going to play this track, and I just want it to be an invitation into your own private connection with the divine. And I'll play something. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. So here we go. And why don't we just take 3 breaths together? This is, I noticed that after I shared that story, that was haven't really shared it in a long time. She's going to be 32 in a couple of weeks. And I just noticed how tender I am and how vulnerable I feel. So I could use 3 breaths. Is that okay with you? And there's another intimacy with the infinite, that vulnerability that is such a gift for us to be authentic and transparent with each other. Yeah, beautiful. One more. Okay. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. I want to make sure this is the right one. Hold on, let me just see. Yeah, hold on. Okay, that was the wrong one. So hold on. It's that was music only, but I really want to hear her. So bear with me. Here we go. Okay, now here it is really, because I thought that was the spoken word. One more time. Here we go. Thank you for your patience. Notice how the spaciousness between the notes invites us home to ourselves.
Listen. Listen to the sound of your own heart. To the sound of your inner presence. Listen. Come into yourself and listen deeply. Where are you now? Listen to yourself. Can you hear? Can you hear that small voice? Can you hear the sweetness of your own soul as it sings its music? Playing through your heart and through all your being. This is you. This is you meeting you. So listen. This is you.
Do you notice when we're around this digital fire and we listen together, that premise of the holo movement, that everything is interconnected? I feel this energy of interconnection with the unified field with you all. And when we have the courage to extend the reality of our connection into the ethers, no matter beyond space and time, there's something very intimate about sharing, listening together. In the spirit of that, I would like to bring my friend Jayaji here. I want to stress you that he didn't know he was going to do anything until yesterday. And this is going to be spontaneous for him, but I'm excited that you'll get a feeling for why I've flown all the way down here to start working with capturing his sutras, his poetry, his ceremony leading. He has a profound body of work, and he's a deep student of all of the Eastern religions and traditions. He's a real find. I'm just so thrilled to call him my brother now. He's just a delight, and I'm just so enjoying our presence together. So I'm going to play a track that I created. By the way, just to explain, don't have the ability to create live music here today. So my instrument is in the studio, orchestrating, creating, playing, recording. So thank you for your understanding that I'm a sculptor, and the only way I can share you my sculpted pieces is by playing you the works that I've created. So thank you for forgiving me for not having a live performance today. Come and join me, Jayaji. What I love about what we are exploring is the intimacy of rest. And I just want to pay homage to my beloved friends, Shelley and Jan, the brilliance of their invention, that 7 days of rest. What could be more intimate with the infinite than to honor the power that rest has? And if you notice, a lot of the music that I create these days has to do with slowing down so that the intimacy of presence of all of the complexities of who we are show up. So I'm going to stop talking now, and you want to just say anything before, or you want to just dive in?
Both.
Great. I'm gonna.
Okay. Thank you so much, Gary.
I just have to get ready. Hold on one second. I have to get ready for the track. I think we're still ready there. Hold on. Bear with me. Where is it? Here we are. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to start it, but then stop it. Okay. Now, I'm going to turn off the video after you finish speaking, and then you can do the meditation without you on the screen. Is that all right? Or would you like to be on the screen the whole time?
Yeah, we could start the music too.
With you be on the screen? Without
Yeah.
Okay. Go. You want to share? Do you want to talk first?
We'll put the music.
Huh?
The music.
You want the music on?
Yeah.
Okay, you're ready. Diving in. Hold on.
So Gary thought we would talk about something else, but after hearing the opening segments and just getting a feel for this, I think we'll go in a different direction. But basically Gary just asked me to listen to his music and to speak how I'm moved. And this is a really moving topic for me. So I want to just begin there by listening, the deep listening that Gary introduced us into. Because when we listen deeply, it's a wonderful meditation. All you do is open your ears and the mind becomes very quiet. And when the mind becomes very quiet like this through the practice of listening, we find that we become naturally present. And so it's an effortless thing just to listen and to find natural presence. And when you find natural presence, you find that there is only presence that can listen. And in this space, right here between us, in front of you, there is something that has always been there. Right here, there's something that is also everywhere. And if you get a sense of that something surrounds you. So let it surround you. When you see that you are surrounded by space, you look inside of yourself and you see that that space is there as well. It fills every room of the house. And if you recognize this space inside of yourself, hopefully you can recognize it inside of everyone else. You could run away from this space all you like, but everywhere you go, you'd be inside of it. There's nothing you could do without it. In this space, this presence can be given many names. The practice of the presence of God, the body of Shiva, the peace of Christ. But ultimately it is nameless. And so when we put aside the names, we see that its voice is silence. And it is always speaking to us. So let it speak to you. Because intimacy with the infinite is a conversation, and a conversation without words is communion. And so there is no other holy place, or no place more holy than what is here and now. Zen Master Dogen says the biggest obstacle to enlightenment is thinking that it is somewhere else. And so intimacy is meeting yourself. And if you look into the infinite mirror, it is like two mirrors looking into each other. And when two mirrors meet, there is no one there. Just emptiness everywhere. The great mysterious space in between all things. And there is no distance to get to this space. In intimacy, space collapses. Comes close. Closer than the vein of our jugular. Closer than the intimacy of our thoughts. Because the infinite knows everything about you. There's no way that it could not. Because in the dance of the infinite, there is either you and the infinite, or there is only the infinite. And the truth of this equation is there is just one. Just one mirror looking into itself. And when you soften your gaze, this mirror, it wants to know itself. So the real supreme devotion, the true longing of the mystics, of the poets, is the original longing, the original devotion of the beginning, the seed of the universe, the Big Bang, the primordial opening of the world. The question is not how to be intimate with the infinite, but why we have been so distant when there is no distance. Because when you relax, when you rest into that intimacy, when you put aside the ideas, when you put aside the opinions and the doubts, when you put aside the time, there's something here that has always been. There's something now that is everywhere. So coming close to the infinite is not always the case, because it has always been close. It has never left. It is the holy Shekinah, mashallah, the wonder, the beauty of God in all things. Because if we see the essence of one thing, we perceive the essence of all things. If we contemplate infinity, if we contemplate eternity, we find no ends to its means. And in that way, every mirror that we look, we see its face. And every mask we remove, we see ourselves. Show me who you are, and I'll show you who I am. the hand of the universe, the streaming waterfalls, the cold breeze at dawn. Everything is coming to greet me now. And so rest in this infinite peace. Rest in peace, in the infinite intimacy of your own being. Rest in the peace of the infinite intimacy of your own being.
I think my time has been used up, but I can say that it was well used. You see why I came all the way down here, Ben?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Thank you, Gary, and thank you, Jayaji. That was magnificent. So beautiful, so perfect that you were here and that you're both coming to us from from South America as we span the world and span the cosmos. Thank you. That was amazing. The music and the spoken word, your voice, Jayaji, and your message was so beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gary. Thank you so much.
It's such an honor, Ben, Dana, all of you, Chief Perry, and I can't pronounce our uncle from the top of the world, but thank you for allowing me to and us to participate in such a beautiful honoring of the gift of the 7 days of rest that Shelley and Jan have given us. I'm so grateful to be a part of this community every day. I thank God for that. Namaste.
Thank you.
So perfect. Thank you, brothers. And the flow continues now. Dana Tomasino, taking us into merging with the infinite. Dana, it's been so beautiful so far. Now over to you, sister. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben, and thank you so much, Jayaji and Gary, for that beautiful experience. That was divine. I am so happy that a group of us have come together in this gathering to celebrate the theme of intimacy with the infinite. That theme is so important right now in the evolution of our planet, as we're called to focus more and more on essence in ourselves, in one another, in our connections. And it's just so wonderful to be here in a group of people that are excited about that as well. So I really appreciate us being here together today. Thank you all for coming. And for me personally, one experience that I've had where I really have connected in a deep way with the infinite is seeing the sea at night. That is one of my favorite things on this planet, especially on a night when it's completely dark and there's no moon and the waves come in and then they go out into this vast, immense expanse of darkness, and they merge. The sea merges with the starry sky and it all becomes one. And in those moments when I'm witnessing that, I am transported to the infinite, just like you can see in my background here. And another experience would be when I listen to particularly beautiful, moving music, just like we've just experienced here with Gary. That also can take me out of myself and into that divine connection. And then one last one is when I do my sound infusions, when I use my voice to connect to the divine and bring in that energy through sound, I experience that infinite connection in an intimate way. So we're going to go on a little journey together. And first of all, if you do have headphones or earbuds, I would recommend listening to the meditative and sound part of this journey with headphones, because it is designed to be listened to in that way, and it's a much more immersive experience, and you'll get the full quality of it. So if you'd like to get those ready while I'm talking. So we're going to go into the sacred experience, and even though I'm going to be guiding this experience, we're really all co-creating it together. And when I say co-create, I really do mean that. Like, all of our energies are contributing to this journey and to this experience. So I invite you to really be in it fully. Don't just listen to it. Be in it and give yourself fully to it, both for yourself and for the whole. Because these energies go out. They go beyond this space, beyond those just in this gathering, beyond even those viewing this in other spaces and times. The energies go out and they make an impact. So thank you so much in advance for participating with your full beingness. So we're going to go into a state of heart coherence together. And in doing that, we co-create an amplified, coherent, collective heart field that will form a beautiful alchemical container for this experience we're about to co-create. And then we're going to take a journey through the portal of our own hearts to merge with the infinite. So there'll be a meditative part of this journey, and then there will be what I call a sacred sound infusion to help us further expand into and to integrate these higher dimensional frequencies that we'll be interacting with. And there may be some pauses between the different aspects of the journey. Just use the silence and the pauses to go deeper. Are you ready? Okay. Go. One moment. Just a moment, there was something on my screen that is now no longer there, so I have to find it again. Here we go. So I ask that this experience be infused with the highest possible light from Source, from our higher selves, and from all of our helpers of light and love, for the highest good of the whole. Mahalo keakua. Please close your eyes. And let's begin by taking a moment to connect with our hearts. Shifting your attention from your mind or anything else going on around you to the physical area of your heart, right in the center of your chest. And let's breathe together through the heart. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. And just continue to breathe slowly and deeply, allowing your focus to fully and gently connect in your heart center as we become conscious of breathing together with one breath. Breathing together as one. And now let's go deeper and begin to generate in our heart a feeling, an energy of appreciation and love. Appreciating one another here in this circle, appreciating our shared intention of experiencing our most intimate connection with the infinite. Just feeling that appreciation and love gently emanating from your heart. And now let's begin to radiate that love and appreciation out into our own heart field. And into the heart fields of all those here present in this circle, including all those viewing this in different spaces, now or at a future time. As we radiate that love and appreciation to one another here in this circle, let's envision our heart fields beginning to connect with one another, joining, merging together to create one amplified, coherent heart field, bigger than the sum of its parts, a sacred container, embracing and enveloping us all. We can envision it as a hollow dome of rose gold colored light, open to energy from source flowing in and all of our divine help, and open and connected to the nurturing energy of the earth, supporting us as we support the earth. And in this beautiful space, let's go even deeper into our heart, to the 0 point, the still point, deep in the center of our heart. And here we find a diamond spark. Connect with this diamond spark. Immerse yourself in it. And as this diamond spark begins to grow around us, it becomes a diamond flame. We move right into the center of this diamond flame, and it opens into a portal, opening out into the center of the Milky Way galaxy. We move through this portal. We are surrounded by starlight, and we feel the dance of the Milky Way spiraling through us. We begin to move faster, further out into the universe, past planets, stars, galaxies that our soul has known and remembers, absorbing and integrating their energies and codes. Remembering our cosmic connections beyond this earthly experience. And now we feel a stirring, a softening in the fabric of our universe. And we find ourselves traveling through a tunnel of light. As we emerge from this portal, we find that we have entered a different dimensional space in the vast multiverse. There is such a deep, profound peace here. A peace that passeth all understanding. Let's just pause here to take in the energies of this place. We are in a cosmic ocean of liquid plasma, the womb of creation. We simply float here as gentle waves of liquid light caress our consciousness. From this sea of pulsating light, a luminous silvery figure begins to emerge. It is majestic and it emanates the purest love. As it approaches us, we know that this is our soul, our eternal divine essence, our I am presence of infinite source purity. Our soul embraces us, and as it does, we merge with it completely. Its wisdom, its consciousness, its love. All that we are, have ever been, and ever will be. Our soul now guides us to journey even further out and further into our sacred heart. We are now traversing the primary light fields of the God worlds. We are surrounded by colors and frequencies our humanness cannot even begin to imagine. But our soul remembers. We bathe in this pristine light of creation. As we move further, we are immersed in the original codex of the primary sound fields. Sound and music of the highest divine essence, beyond any sound our mind can conceive of. The original creative force birthing planets, galaxies, universes into form. We stop for a moment just to take in this cosmic music, allowing it to resonate through our beingness. As we listen to this divine music, the diamond flame within our heart begins to grow and expand. As this flame expands out all around us, we are completely enveloped in a divine golden radiance, so bright, so infinitely intelligent and loving. We are immersed in the light of the great central sun, radiant golden energy, prime creator, source. Sitting right in the very center of the great central sun, we bask in its warmth and radiance that our soul has always known. Feeling home. But now we are moving still further, moving all the way into and through the great central sun. We emerge into a place of utter stillness, a dark yet luminous stillness, a holy stillness, the void of infinite potential. There is no sound, no light as we know it, yet it's not empty. There's a fullness, a soft, comforting presence. Somehow in this darkness, there's a radiance, an effulgence, and we are filled with a sense of awe as we experience this presence as love itself. The eternal, infinite love that holds all and from which all emerges. This divine, effulgent, eternal love wraps around you in an infinite embrace. Feel yourself fully held in the embrace of the infinite, knowing and feeling that as you are fully enveloped in the love of Source consciousness, at the same time, you are that love. It is a love so immense, so vast, that is not possible to contain. We can only fall into it and merge with it completely. Allow your full beingness to merge with the original creative energy of eternal divine love, from which all arises. Simply rest in the darkness, in the embrace of this love as it nurtures you. Allow yourself to fully relax, let go, and surrender as divine love echoes through your entire existence. how do we get back from here? It feels like we have journeyed so far. Yet have we ever left our hearts? And that's the great paradox, the great mystery of our connection to Source. The infinite can seem so far off, so distant, and yet it's also just right here, in and through our hearts. So immediate, so intimate. There is no distance. It's the closest connection we have. We can breathe this connection. We can walk in it, live in it, and deeply honor it in ourselves, in one another, and in all beings. How would the world change if we really did that? So the way back can be instantaneous as we feel that diamond spark and that diamond flame in the center of our heart. We bring our intimacy with the infinite right back into the here and now moment, into every moment. We are always connected to our divine eternal essence and always connected to Source. Always. Just like the infinity symbol, the figure 8, there's a continual figure 8 flow of energy, of consciousness, of love between you and Source Creator. It never stops. It never ends. It is. Always and forever. So I invite you to begin to bring your consciousness into your body, feeling your connection to the earth and to Source all at once. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. And let's just stay in the energies of this experience. So we can move from here into some sharing and reflection. If anyone would like to share anything about any of the experiences we've had here today, or your personal connection, how intimacy with the infinite manifests in your own life, or how you're inspired to bring that connection more into your life, or anything else you'd like to share, we can open the discussion.
Yeah, Chief Perry, I'd like to give my deep gratitude for all the gifts that you've given us and continue to give us. I would like to look at the tangibility of transcending the infinite into the tangible. And how do you view that?
Are you asking me?
Yes. Or I can share. Okay. Well, I'm thinking that we can, everyone, we can take a drop of the infinity and transition that into some tangibility that can be directed to a solidified, actionable product. We so often talk about the infinite, and it's esoteric and it's important, and you can feel it when we're sitting quietly and thinking on higher grounds. But in our everyday life, where sort of consciousness rules the world, and those who don't have the ability to sit for a moment in peace, sort of in a way have no real way carrying kindness forward. So I would suggest that intrinsically, each and one of us have the capacity to share kindness, because kindness essentially is the answer to someone's prayer. And beyond that, I think that if we collectively, particularly with a group or with as much outreach as most of us have collectively, that if we make kindness the coin of the realm, then once again, we would be able to expand the humanity and the infinite exponentially globally, whereby it will change the paradigm of the entire earth as we look at it now. We've gotten away from our essential selves of kindness was the coin of the realm to how much money do you have in your pocket? And for me, I'd like you to have all the wealth you desire, but I would also like you to also be viewed by it's your kindness that carries your wealth. And I think that can be done simply by acknowledging the fact that kindness is the answer to someone's prayer. If the only thing that you can carry is a Bentley, you're not carrying anything besides being foolish. So I just like to leave that thought with. And also the fact that unity is the path to humanity. Unity. And I'm not quite sure if that's exactly what we're looking at, but I would like everyone to practice a tiny bit of kindness in terms of looking at. That's a great gift to think you can answer someone's prayer simply by opening the door. That's a wonderful gift. That's a whole new world.
I so agree with you. And I believe that, if we're really honoring that divine essence in one another, how could we not treat one another with kindness? And if we really focus on essence, that's a theme that keeps coming to me, focusing on essence, not on all these categories and subcategories that humans seem to love to put themselves into. We have to get beyond that and to focus on essence, on that infinite within us and the infinite within the people that we interact with and everyone. And then if that is truly our focus, kindness is the only way. Kindness and love is the only way. So that's my reflection on what you shared. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you for allowing me a moment.
Thank you, Chief Perry. Thank you, Dana, for that incredible, deep, and profound journey. We just went on and we're still on. I know Gary and Jayaji have a comment or something to add, and then Tatiana as well. Go ahead, Gary.
I don't know if Jai has something to say, but I do have something to say. I wanted to first say thank you, Dana, for framing the concept of intimacy with the infinite, because like most great concepts, just saying that brings me more intimate with the infinite. Just the phrase it's a self-fulfilling experience. And so I really want to thank you, because I just have the chills. It's like the question that I want to be left with them, and as I'm in the center of this Mayan nation, this gorgeous lake, is how can I be even more intimate with the infinite every moment, right? It's just such a beautiful thing you coined. And the other thing I want to offer to this conversation is just, I had caught myself before I gave up my home and all my possessions, which I'm in the middle of such a serious, radical let go of, home base is such a basic, thing, right? But one of the things I want to say is that I didn't realize that by letting go of a home base, I would be given the opportunity to shift to really recognize that I was giving lip service to what my highest currency was. And I was actually still caught in the Maya of the highest currency being, like Chief Perry, you said, the coin, the bank account. I fell into the trap of looking at my value as my bank account, even though I knew better, right? Well, the moment I left all my possessions aside, I'm suddenly realizing my highest currency is my inner peace. And out of that cultivation of inner peace, the kindness emerges without even effort. It's just extraordinary what, by letting go of home at this period, has given me a true elevation of deeper intimacy with the infinite. So just wanted to share those reflections. And I just want to hand it over to you if you have anything to share as well.
All right, I'll be quick. Thank you so much for allowing me to share. I was just thinking how wonderful it is a dialogue like this. I need to get to know a little bit more about this network. But I just feel this inkling that mystics and wisdom is kind of coming more and more out of the closet to be more and more comfortable out in the open, which I think is a very valuable thing because it's always been there through the ages. And many of us here are keepers of wisdom or on given mystic talents and mystic sight, those with eyes to see and ears to hear without their mind, without their story. And I was just reflecting on what Chief Parry was saying, and I was thinking that I am a wisdom keeper because I am a harbor of peace, and wisdom and peace go hand in hand. And when you touch real peace, it is such a generous thing. It's like a flower that exudes an aroma, no matter who's nearby, no matter what they've done or where they come from. And so the generosity of peace is such a sublime kindness. And I'm going to remember what you said, that kindness is the answer to someone's prayer. That was really powerful for me. So thank you.
Just before someone else shares, thank you so much, Gary and Jayaji. I do want to credit the 7 days of rest for coming up with the phrase intimacy with the infinite.
Thank you. Okay.
The theme of the whole 7th day is just the theme of this whole day is intimacy.
Oh, great. Well,
but
so that's beautiful.
As soon as I heard that phrase, I want to contribute to that. I want to contribute to that day.
Perfect.
So, I love it. I love it so much.
Perfect.
It is gorgeous, isn't it? And intimacy with the infinite. Yes, that's Shelley and Jan came up. This is the day 7 theme. And I want to read a comment from Connie. Connie's going to speak in a minute, but I love that she said here, Jayaji, your gift of spoken word of the highest vibration is so inspiring and confirming, combined with Gary's music, was phenomenal. Thank you.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you,
Beautiful.
Connie. Love you, dear.
Tatiana, so wonderful that you were with us, sister. Great to have you here in the field. What would you like to share?
Oh, that was just such a profound journey. I just felt that raised my own frequency. I had a really difficult night last night, actually, and I was coming into this feeling a little bit disconnected, and this just completely rebooted me. It was such a powerful journey into the intimate and into the infinite and into much deeper connection with myself. And Gary and Jayaji, that was profound. I was really transported, so deeply moved and touched. It really opened my heart. And I just loved everything that you guys brought and did. And Dana, I'm so proud of you. I've been getting to know Dana through my women's circles, and I adore you. And I just had no idea that you had this other thing going on. And you're just a beautiful instrument of these higher frequencies and of the heart. And your transmission was really pure. It really just pierced me. Yeah, it took me somewhere so beautiful. So I just want to thank everyone who co-created this together, and for lifting me up today. It really lifted me up, and I feel like it lifted up everyone, the whole vibration of the world. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tatiana. I so appreciate that.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, it was really so gentle and deep and transcendent, Dana, what you offered and what you gave. And that journey through the worlds was very, very deeply felt, deeply experienced. Thank you so much. Connie, go ahead.
Well, it's just such a blessing to be here with you all on such a high vibration. And you, Tatiana, with your song, and Dana with that beautiful, amazing gift you just brought us, and Jayaji and Gary and all of Unity Earth. And I just want to say that I feel that humanity has been, our job has been to transmute the lower vibration energies of fear and separation and scarcity, that we've had that job to do for all of creation. And that now, as the Earth's transitioning into a higher frequency, we've done that job, and all of creation is awaiting the love in the human heart and the opening of the human heart. And Unity Earth and the 7 days of rest and all that everyone is doing is a vehicle of that, and an example of the fact that it is happening. And so I just so bless all of you for contributing to that collective consciousness that we all are, to take us to that level where we reach the tipping point and we access a higher frequency where everything that we're hoping for is a given and beyond anything we can fathom. And so it's just a blessing. And I just want to say that my connection to the divine, to the infinite, came through my body shutting down when I had 3 little children and I thought I was dying. And it sent me ultimately to a shamanic healer who ultimately said that I am an old soul that awakens to the mystical very easily. And I have made contact with the divine energies, and they are communicating with me through my experiences. So it's not sort of a spiritual thing. It sort of just comes to me through my intellect, actually, and what I see and what I know, and I just know it, and I see the coming of peace on earth and heaven on earth. So let's just keep at it, kids, because it's what's up, and it's coming in a beautiful way through us all, and we have to choose it and bring it to pass on earth. And so it's beyond anything we can fathom from this point, this place, and it is what's up. And thank you so much for all Unity Earth does.
Oh, beautiful, Connie and Andrew. Thank you so much, and your deep gratitude to the 7 days of rest for this platform. Life is all around me. Sing hallelujah. What a beautiful way that was to begin, Gary. That song, you acknowledging Jason Schulman. It's an album that Gary produced and arranged. The album's called Unlock My Heart. So I just want to
and the whole album was created 4 songs. They're all songs to God. And he has a beautiful mystery school in New Jersey called a Society of Souls. He's a Kabbalistic, non-dualist Buju. So just really felt badly I didn't acknowledge Jason's album and his great work, and check it out. It's on streaming sites everywhere. And
great song.
I forgot to acknowledge him. Thank you, Ben, for that.
What's that song called?
Life is Around Me.
Life is Around Me. Yeah, love it. I love it. Love it. Awesome. Okay, Diana Everett. Thank you. Diana, go ahead.
Yes, I just wanted to express my gratitude for that profound journey. And I know I'm not alone in my experiences and the heaviness and transmissions that we do, transmitting the energy of the world. And it's been kind of a heavy day, but that being held in that divinity and surrounded by my own essence really just reminded me that that intimacy that I crave is within me, and that I'm always held and loved. And I just wanted to remind everyone that by being in our essence and our true divine essence, that's the gift we offer the world, in our kindness, in our presence. And we often get caught up in the world and the 3D world, and we forget our original instructions. But as we're remembering who we are and remembering our original instructions, that it's important to give our time and our presence to people, because that's what we need. We need that connection with that source and that remembering of where we come from, and we need to ground that into the earth. And thank you for allowing this space and this opportunity to connect around the globe, and just to really honor ourselves where we're at and why we came here.
Dana, do you want to respond to Diana? It's so beautiful, Dana. Thank you for that sharing.
Thank you so much. I'm right there with you. Everything you said, the original instructions, remembering, honoring that. And sometimes it can be heavy being a light worker here on the planet. I know it's a dense planet for me, but it does help when we remember together. And thank you for your comments. I really appreciate that, Diana.
Beautiful, so beautiful. Thank you. And A-Marie B, sister, it's so great to have you here. One breath, welcome, welcome. What would you like to say?
Deep bow, Ben, greetings one and all. You know, as I'm sitting here at this time of sabbatical rest that I take every year, I happened into the space while Gary was talking about his daughter being born. And it was so aligned as I'm sitting here reflective. 37 years ago today, I gave birth to my daughter. And I just wanted to give sound to this space that's been created here, the wholeness that we are in our fragmentation, the unity and the peace that can be felt in the silence. And that the more we are comfortable with spaces like this, the more that all that is can be reflected through us. I listened to how Gary shared about giving up everything, and it reminded me of my own time in 2007, leaving corporate America and letting everything go, and what that unveiled within me. It brought me to this place of such silence, such peace, such inner peace within myself. And so that which we are embodying, that we are sharing in today, it is my hope that we will continue to be the bridge and be the embodiment of this that is present. That's the beautiful part of that we're coming into our remembrance, and that we are in the process of becoming that which we already are. And so deep breath, one and all, deep honor. So grateful to be in this space with all. Thank you.
A-Marie, we have to see your face. That is such a gorgeous share. I have to see what you look like, because you're in complete silhouette. And you're such a beautiful being. That was such a gorgeous share. Is there any way to see what you look like?
Let's see. I'm sitting here reflecting.
I don't want to stop it. I just thank you for your gorgeous presence. There we go. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Deep Bow.
Blessings, sister. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for bringing the sound and the breath here today. Thank you, A-Marie. Magnificent. Magnificent. So seven years, so extraordinary. Sylvia, we're going to come to you, but 7 years, think about it, from the start of 2018 through to 2024. Think about the world has been transformed and is transforming, and we're on the verge of another totally unknown and unknowable era of human evolution. So what a perfect way. I know there was some sadness that the 7 days of rest was ending, and yet somehow it's so beautifully perfect as well, that this is the 7th day of the 7th year, and this, friends, together is the last day. It's actually already the 8th of January here in Australia. I mean, this is the last day, and somehow that just feels so holy and right. So yeah, we just give so much gratitude to the stewards and to the 7 days of rest, and again to Shelley and Jan. And somehow this brings us to the shore of a new land, just as we've journeyed with Dana and Gary's music and Jayaji's spoken word and Irina's beautiful opening and Angaangaq's beautiful blessing and sharing, and brought us to this shore of a new land. So as we begin to close, Sylvia, we want to hear from you and love to hear your reflections.
I'd like to profoundly thank all of you for helping me in my journey, which is right now especially reintegrating and trying to find a way to welcome the energies of sexual intimacy to my ongoing connection with the cosmos and the divine. And it's been really a journey. So thank you and blessings. Ishkalama Budlela, Ishkalama Budlela, Ahala Yajamil, Ahala Yajamil, Allah, Allah, Allah.
Thank you for sharing your voice, Sylvia. So beautiful. Thank you so much. You know, I've done 3 events at 7 Days of Rest this week, and at every one of them, other people sang, which is so amazing. I just love that. So we're singing together.
Beautiful.
You know, this new meaning that Jaya said in this, may we all rest in peace. That I love that he came up with this phrase that we always associate with the end of life, but it's very much relevant to the life we live. May we all rest in peace, you know, and have that available to us at all times. So Shelley and Jan and the beautiful gift they've given us. And thank you, Ben, for inviting me and enabling me to bring Jaya. What a privilege. I love you guys. Love you guys so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary, and thank you, Sylvia, for that beautiful song and sharing. This emerged totally beautifully and spontaneously, and you could say miraculously. Irina and I wanted to do something on the 7th day, and with everything else that was unfolding, and we wanted to reach out to Dana and to Gary, and that was the original vision. And long story short, there was a lot that was happening around the same time, Christmas, New Year, getting ready for everything. But then Dana went ahead and just put this, unbeknownst to us, on the 7 Days of Rest map on the 7th day and invited us to join. So just the gracefulness and the easefulness that this came about. By the way, I want to say, Sylvia, many people may know this famous quote by Teilhard de Chardin, which is, someday after mastering the tides and gravity, mankind will one day harness for God the energies of love. And then for the second time in human history, they would have discovered fire. It's a beautiful, 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 incredible line. But what a lot of people didn't know, including me until I was informed, is that the context he's talking about is eros. He's talking about love as eros, not as agape, not as other forms of love, but as eros. Someday, after mastering the winds and the waves and the tides and gravity, mankind will harness the energies of love, and for a second time will have discovered fire. So that seems appropriate as we feel into the mystery of that and what you shared so beautifully, powerfully, the power of Eros, which can become such a force, such a fire for the goodness in the world. Thank you. Amazing, 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 amazing people, amazing souls. Irina, anything from you before we close? We began with you. We'd love to hear from you. What are your reflections on this intimacy with the infinite?
Oh, I just loved hearing everyone's reflections, and just want to say thank you to Dana, Gary, and Georgie. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting. I didn't know that Gary's bringing someone to join him, but you really took me by surprise. That was absolutely amazing. Every single word that you said, it just kind of sank into my entire being. It was, yeah, just thank you, deep gratitude. And thank you to everyone who joined us today or this evening. It was a really a great way to be part of the last day of the 7 days of rest, and we created the magnificent space to experience that intimacy with the infinite. So just deep gratitude and thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Irina. Thank you for everything you do to facilitate these spaces on behalf of so many people, and so gracefully and beautifully. It's just a joy to work with you. And Uncle Angaangaq is with us. Thank you for staying with us, Uncle Angaangaq. And I want to acknowledge, this has been a very personal call, and I want to acknowledge that in the last year or so, Uncle Angaangaq has lost his beloved wife of many, 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 many years. And it's not easy losing someone, a companion and a wife and mother of children and best friend over decades and decades and decades. So we just want to surround you, Uncle Angaangaq, with our love and with our gratitude and with our warm hearts as we melt the ice in our own hearts to be around you, beloved, respected elder and friend. We're grateful for you. Please take good care of yourself, and thank you. Thank you for being with us today and blessing us with your sound. Is there anything you'd like to share, Uncle Angaangaq, as we close up today? Let me get you unmuted. Hang on, sorry, let me get you unmuted. We had a few missed troublemakers earlier, but let's go ahead now.
Ben,
There you are.
can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can
we
you
hear
hear me,
you.
Ben?
Yes,
Oh, we can't hear you.
I hear you.
Yeah. Can I just say thank you to all of you? Yeah.
We're not hearing you, Uncle Angaangaq, I don't think.
Ben, I hear him.
Oh,
I can
Even
hear
though
him.
you're unmuted, perhaps not connected to audio. I'm not sure what's happening there. But
We
thank
were
you.
hearing him, Ben.
I think
and
maybe Ben is hearing us.
anyway, I don't know if you can hear me. I just want to say thank you to all of you for coming into my world. As Ben said, after just about 40 years of marriage, I lost my beloved Shanika. And it has not been easy ever since, but still becoming connected with all of you lifts my spirit. And I just want to dance in that snow, which is outside, feeling that I'm free, not from my beloved, free within myself, that I can say thank you to everyone. Oh.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Well, Dana, that came together so beautifully, and was Dana's inspiration to invite you, Uncle Angaangaq, and what a perfect invocation that was to launch us in a good way today. Let's close, Dana, with your reflections as we come to the end of this. You've been our guide and our steward on this journey. of intimacy with the infinite. And as we close this 7th day of this 7th year of the 7 days of rest, and take that deep peace within us that has been shared today, and gather our strength and our focus for the challenges to come and the joys to come and the work to come. Dana, let's have you wrap this up and close.
Thank you, Ben. And thank you so much for your contributions to this, Ben. They were beautiful. Your sharing, your reflections earlier, bringing together so much. And I love that Teilhard de Chardin quote. I've used that in my own writing about love. Yeah, it has come together absolutely miraculously. And thank you also, Ben and Irina, for making this a bigger event than I had originally intended. It was just going to be my own offering, and now it's a co-creation. And I just love the energy of co-creation. I think it's so beautiful and so important. And I hope in my own life, I hope to co-create a lot more in the future, because honestly, I'm kind of tired of doing things all on my own. And it's so much more powerful and synergistic when we join our energies together and what we can create. And not just those who spoke, but everyone here. Like I said earlier, all of your energies contribute to this, and this energy goes out to the planet. It really, really does. It's so important right now in this time of our planetary transition and evolution. And I just invite us all to keep honoring that intimacy with the infinite, not just connecting with the infinite, but feeling intimate with the infinite, feeling that closeness, that immediacy of that connection in our hearts. It's always there. It's always right in our hearts, and seeing that in each other. I think that would be my message. And maybe as we go on, we can just reflect in ourselves and with each other in future gatherings, how we can continue to bring that connection into our lives in more and more ways. So thank you all so much. Thank you everyone who contributed. Thank you, Gary and Jayaji, for being here from Lake Atitlan. Thank you, Uncle Angaangaq. Thank you, Chief Perry, Irina, everyone. Thank you so much. I love you.